Welcome to the Heavyweight Podcast.
The Heavyweight Podcast.
Heavyweight Podcast. Heavyweight Podcast. You listen.
We can weigh in on some heavy shit, you know. What's good? This is episode 67 of the Heavyweight Podcast. I am Stutter McFly with these three guys. Go ahead and state your names for these beautiful people.
Oh, I'm young Crisco.
Like the grease?
That's exactly what I was thinking.
Yup. You know what it is. Talking to him greasy.
It's your boy the Grouch.
Hey man, they call me Hunter, bro. I don't even know how to respond to your whole call you Crisco. What the fuck is that?
What's wrong with Crisco, man? We're talking slick, greasy, you know what I'm saying? Keep it classy. That don't make sense, but you know what I'm saying.
Just throw pork products at him.
Just slide through. Just bounce right off. Just slide off.
This guy. They call you Crisco Jenkins?
Yeah. Crisco Jenkins, Vaseline, whatever Vaseline works.
What's that? Police said placement.
Oh.
Pay us, Rock. You seem like a nice person. Pay us. Product placement.
Yeah, that would be, hey. I'll wear a canned suit everywhere I go.
The weeks. How are weeks? How are we doing out there?
I'll plead the fifth.
Again?
Another fight? I'm cool, man. Like, I just been out there with the zombies, dog. Just out there with the zombies. That night shift is different. They're for real zombies. Like, I did not realize that.
Oh, when you really start working nights and you're out in the world, you're like, wow, it's a whole different kind of environment.
You got people from us
just
chase
different.
you down LA.
Bro,
they come on the
I watched the police, I would watch the police for like 4 hours, drive up and down the street, park cars in different areas, threw their drone flying around. I was like, they want somebody really bad. And like some dude kept walking back and forth on his 10-speed. And I was like, I think he threw his drug somewhere, but he's smart enough to see where the cops are. And then some van pulls up into the gas station. Every cop converges on them, and it's the wrong guy. Shit like that. And then crackheads just lay it on the ground. It's weird.
What city are you in?
All over. The rich homeless folks are different.
Mm.
The ones in the rich area, they don't want to fuck that up. So they don't bother people like, hey man, you want to give me some food? Like, nah, it's all good.
Hey, you brought up a really good point about something though. The homeless, depending on where they're at, they act different.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. There's a guy up in like Playa del Rey, Mission del Rey, or whatever it is. He talks to himself all the time. But he don't talk to nobody. He don't bother nobody. Like, he has a nickname, apparently. They call him Jabberjaw, which is fucked up, but...
People ain't
give him
shit.
Food and shit.
People ain't shit.
Wow.
Oh, that's old Jabberjaw.
Wow.
Old Jabber. Y'all see old Jabber? He ain't on a normal corner, old Jabber.
They buy him sandwiches and shit, so I get it. I wouldn't fuck that up either.
I will say this week I did have this little girl made me feel like shit. I was at the light and she, they're out there trying to fundraise and I'm like, oh man, I'm sorry for your loss. Then I realized they ain't lost nobody. Her other sister, her little sister, that's not a word. Her baby sister has leukemia and they're trying to raise funds for treatment. And I felt bad because she was like, come on, Mr. UPS man, I know you got money. I was like, my wife said I can't carry cash. Only single men have cash, so I can't help you. I'm sorry, I don't have any cash to give you. But I felt bad because she was like, my sister, and I was like, I don't know if you're telling me the truth, but I'm gonna assume you are, and I'm sorry, but I can't help you.
Oh, that's nice of you to assume that they're telling the truth.
You clearly don't.
Everybody ain't lying.
If
they're not telling the truth, they got the right honey trap out there because I said, man, like she makes you feel bad. Just by like her facial reaction, I said, man. And like having a daughter, that shit ate me. It hit me hard.
In the movie, but Mister,
it hit me hard. Like, oh, I'm so sorry, sweetie. I ain't got no cash on me.
I mean, I totally get it, but where I get jaded, I shouldn't say I jaded, where I get it twisted and I can't think about it, is yes, you're having a fundraiser. I get that. And that's awesome that you're doing that. But we actually all know what medical bills cost. And you know you're not going to get close to that with a fundraiser on the street.
I mean, right.
Maybe they just trying
For
to make
leukemia?
Up for the part. Maybe they could try to make up for the part that the insurance ain't covering. Medical only covers so much.
What? The deductible?
Anyway, I wouldn't get into that. This gets crazy.
Yeah, your weekly flight?
You know, hustle mode. You know, staying clear of the bad luckers at work, and you know, trying to stay positive on the positive tip. You know, keep my head down.
You ain't got too many times to keep calling me bad luck.
Did you buy like a personal tent to take to work? You just in the break room in your own tent, like.
I got crystals.
Don't come talk to me.
He got crystals.
Oh, you got like the quartz and shit. Oh, that's what's up. What's up, beads and shit.
He got crystals.
I got nigga be gone spray just in case Hunter come talking that shit at work. They'll be like, nigga be gone. I got all that ready. But yeah, you know, it's been good. It's been good. About to go on vacation. It's been good. You know.
Hell yeah. Oh, I forgot I was too. Goddamn. That's
must be nice to be on vacation, nigga.
Flex.
I forgot.
When you forget you got vacation coming up, your life's going pretty good.
You forget, yeah. It's a flex.
Because most people like, man, I can't wait to fucking vacation get here.
That's what be pissing me off at UPS. When motherfuckers be like, oh man, I was on vacation this week. I completely forgot. Nigga, you showed up to work on your the week off and you forgot? You know how hard that for me to believe? Like, you came to work. I've seen this shit. Motherfuckers will come to work and be like, you're on vacation this week. I am? Oh shit. You're like, you forgot. Anyway, I would never forget my vacation.
Nigga, never.
I was on a forced vacation, so.
Yeah, you can't be cussing at everybody, man.
Look, I didn't cuss at him. I cussed at him roundabout way about me. That don't count.
The point is you cuss.
I mean, how am I gonna get in trouble for calling myself a bad word?
That's you know what? I didn't even think about that. That fool was like Shaft. I'm a bad motherfucker.
Nigga be gone.
The funny thing is, he get in trouble for that, and I know we got a coworker that call everybody motherfucker.
True.
That's wild.
Management alike. He calls everybody that.
Everybody. He don't know nobody's name. Who that? That motherfucker. That's how he talk.
He just calls me a nigga every time. Like, goddamn, like, yeah, I have a name.
Oh, I wish it was white.
So everyone's weeks were.
Yeah, I'm good now. No.
Yeah, I was no longer the ending of Color Purple. This week I was more like Vanessa and Deadpool.
Okay. Let's go on to that first topic because I don't know, niggas. So might as well start where I was. You know, I got reminded that I couldn't start last time. So we're gonna start with 50 Cent and his child support issues with his 25-year-old son who was complaining on social media how he only got $6,700 a month from his father. And everyone else looked at him and said, nigga, you're 25 years old. What the fuck are you talking about? And also $6,700 is not a fucking bad deal. All right. Anyway, elaborate further, Kevin Wendell.
He got that a month, right?
A month.
Yeah.
At 26.
And he said it wasn't enough to survive on.
And he don't work.
That I agree on. It's not enough to survive on in New York. When the average rent is $29,000 to $3,000, it's not enough.
Are we talking about that
as an
adult, or does he mean coming up?
You feel me though?
As an adult, he should be fucking working.
Exactly. I feel the same way.
Well,
I'm
I
just saying
still
that
feel
he
like
had
he
a
can
point
make that
where
work. He still got half of his money.
yeah, he
I
should,
don't.
but he's 50 Cent's son, bro. He got a flaw. Not that he 50.
I'm confused on the story because I'm hearing so many different variations. Like you heard, like, oh, he gets 6,700, but I heard he is getting 6,700 after they were getting 40,000 a month.
Oh well.
Yeah, they were getting
Well,
40,000
the
a month
mama was getting
before.
40,000 a month. That's
Right. And
right.
and 50 cents took her to court and they reduced it down to 6,700.
That's fine.
Right.
Zero.
But again,
I still know
where does the
something.
kid come in at? That's what I said. That's why I'm
How is
hearing
she
two different
getting
things.
child support at 25 is what throws
The
me for the
the
loop.
laws must be different in New York. I don't know.
Because that is insane. Like that shouldn't be okay. Like at some
Or you know
point,
what?
that kid he has to
It
be
could be
grown.
it could be a situation where 50 just shoots him the money, shoots him that much money every month just to help him out, and he wants more.
I was under the impression he was complaining about how he came up. I thought that he was talking about in past tense as opposed to currently.
Present tense or present tense. I wish somebody
He's
give me
currently
5,600 a
getting
month.
Man,
Shit, you telling
just
me?
break me
I'm
off an
working on.
extra 1,000 a month, and I'd be happy.
I'm working on that.
You give me
Extra.
5,600 a
Uncle
month,
Sam.
man.
But yeah, I mean, how does that work though? Like, do you think he's soft? I think he's soft. That's what that
Of
means. He's
course
soft
he's
as
Well,
fuck.
soft.
he's spoiled. He's a
Of
mama's
course
Yeah.
he's
boy. He
soft.
ain't never had to work for shit in his life. Some
Because he
niggas
tried
need
to.
some niggas need the struggle.
You think he was spinning
You
it
can
like to
appreciate
like
shit.
try to make them feel bad? Because he was like, "Well, I would rather you keep the money and just give me your time." I don't
No,
know. Do you believe that?
he want the money.
You know, I just thought of something that was kind of really messed up. We're calling him soft, but at the end of the day, wouldn't we want that for all our kids though, to not struggle and not have to worry about anything to an extent?
Yeah, dope. But
He's
don't complain about what
26. Go
he's
to work.
he's
No, don't
complaining
get me
about what he's
wrong,
getting.
but I mean that is.
If I'm
I
giving
mean,
my kids
there's a
65,
going overboard on it. There's a going not enough on it. We have the different things, but I mean, when you have a celebrity, that's gonna be the trend in the celebrity life. You know, if I won $1 million right now, my kids would grow up a little different in life, but they wouldn't be like that. You know.
so you wouldn't be upset if they was complaining about what you
No,
gave them.
I was talking about more being soft.
You don't think that's some soft ass shit that you getting that much money?
All our kids are soft now.
I don't want to say that because
Test it.
we don't.
I guarantee you, and you got a son right now. Stolen you in a heartbeat.
So, but I mean, there's nothing wrong with our kids being softer than us, though. That's what I'm trying to say. We sit there and we say that about our kids being soft, but we want our kids to be softer than us because we don't want them to have a life we had.
But this soft,
My daughter ain't
Well,
soft.
where it's like, look, I'm providing for you well
But,
into
I
the
mean-
point where you could be taking care of yourself.
well, the this soft comes from just being a celebrity, being rich, everything else. You know,
No, his disposition comes from things being provided to him without him working for it.
that's exactly what I just said: being rich and being a celebrity and being everything else. Yeah, I
Right.
mean, it's more
But
magnified.
Guess what, Marcus? You're an adult man now. Figure that shit out.
No.
Because
He's gonna have to figure it
the
out.
debt your father owed you has been paid.
Well, at $6,700 a month, he'll be okay to figure that out. He's got a little cushion.
You can live like a king in Iowa.
How are we having a fucking conversation about an adult paying another adult money? Like, what? Where the fuck are we in this fucking country?
I don't know where child support stops anymore. I've heard different things over the past couple of years. It used to be 18, then I heard 21, now I hear 26, and it's like I don't know where it's at no more. I don't know where the cutoff is anymore.
I'm not doing it, nigga. Just kill me.
I stopped at 18.
You guys talk, and I'm like, are we really having a fucking conversation about an adult paying another adult child support?
Yes, I mean this is
what we're child.
I mean, it's a thing.
Support.
It's a thing.
It's a thing. Apparently, that's where I was confused. It was like, how is this child support? How is he still obligated to do this?
You got to think about it too. A lot of the rich people that we know now, they were still being taken care of just like he is right now. You know? Well, I'm saying like Jeff Bezos. Jeff Bezos didn't come from a poor home. He was still getting taken care of and everything.
He wasn't court ordered to pay child support. Like this child support has to be court ordered.
That story. That's what I'm hearing so many different variations. I don't know what's true anymore because I heard the court order was toward his wife, not the kid. So I don't know where that lies at anymore.
Come on, based on
Either way, the kid's
No, I'm
25
talking about 50
though.
cents. Right.
That shouldn't be a court thing.
But then again, like I said, I hear that the mom got 6,700, not him. He could be talking as a third person out for his mom. He could be saying, "Well, we only got 6,700," and it's kind of making it more about him.
He could also just, he has been groomed all his life to hate his father.
That's there too. So,
He could just shut the fuck up and be an adult.
I don't know why 56 is still paying the mom either, though. At the end of the day,
I was saying, God damn, like
courtesy. It's all courtesy.
We gotta look that up. I'm gonna look that up to see if it's court order. Because if he has to pay past 18, that's absurd.
Right. But like I said, from what I saw earlier too, 50 Cent was also paying $40,000 a month, and then she took him to court to get more money, and they realized, no, I'm sorry, I said that wrong. He was paying her $40,000 a month. 50 Cent took her to court, and it went from $40,000 to $6,700 a month. But they said her to court, not the son. So I don't know if the son is just talking for his mom. I mean, we get everything on the internet, so it's kind of
not spending any more fucking time on this. Moving on to the next subject. This comes from Maurice, aka Mo Lethal. He had a TikTok. I remember him talking about this at work, so we're gonna keep going in. It says if all men stay with one woman for their entire lives, 35% of women would never experience love. Do you want to elaborate further, Mo Lethal?
No, he said what he said.
Do you concur or agree?
You need me to explain it?
Yeah, and do you agree?
I mean, mathematically it makes sense. Factually, it makes sense. Since women outnumber men. So if we all stay with one woman, there would be a large population of women that never get a man. So, based off numbers.
I wonder if that is a statement of saying that we need to break up with with women at some point in time, or is it the cheating men that this is trying to like appeal for?
I just think we need multiple wives. If you choose.
Well, like
me personally, I don't want that shit. One woman is enough. That's enough headache for myself. I don't want another one. I'm good. I'm good where I'm at. Love you, baby. I'm good where I'm at.
I was wondering what the angle was because it was like
I'm trying to get it either because I'm sitting there thinking about it like you are. I'm like, hold on. If every man is with the woman, which he currently is, are you saying you're an advocate for every man to have more than one wife?
That's what I would. What he was saying is what in the gist of the TikTok, what he was saying is that women was being selfish, holding the men to themselves, and that you need to let that man have more than one love. Let your other sisters experience love too, because a man is capable of loving more than one woman at a time.
Got you.
That's what he was saying. That's what he was saying, not me.
When I was young, I would thought it would be awesome to have two wives. And now that I'm older, I still think it'd be awesome to have two wives.
Shit.
views of Hunter, him and him only, because I don't co-sign that shit.
A family that works together stays together.
They could be plotting.
No, I'm just saying.
As a unit to fuck your life up.
Look at it like this. Look at it. Look, I know it's gonna be messed up, but I'm just gonna say it like it is. Imagine having that access to that and having the whole unit as a house. I get it. I get it. I could do it.
I can see it working.
Elaborate.
I can see it not working.
Depending on what kind. Say you're with one of your wives that was really a worker. That's where her strong point was. She was a worker. She was doing what she does. She takes care of things. But she's not great in the home life and everything else. But you have another wife she's
not domesticated.
But then you have another wife who is, and then you all kind of work together, and that's what I'm talking about. You all coming together to make your all lives better.
I know where that usually happens. You sound like you want to be a pimp. You have a stable, and they all have their strength.
Exactly.
My stance is one woman is enough work.
Yeah. Yeah.
if you love one woman with all your being, that's enough. To try to do it, but no, I'm.
Yeah, that's
I
too
ain't.
much
I
because you
ain't.
got to give up a lot of energy to. You can't just like uh, what is it? You can't like if you're gonna put up one energy to one, you have to put up the same equal energy because once you deny one of a certain amount of energy, eventually, I can see it turning out so horrible. Because you can't just not give one more attention than the other. You'd have to give it equal attention throughout, and that's
But
just
And then on
like I
top
said,
of this,
you're
these
right.
women have to like each other. That's hard within itself.
yeah.
Well,
And then you have
I
to balance
think
them. Yeah,
But you
I
said
think the
something that was
guy.
kind of you're right. But you said you want to give them both attention, but maybe both of them don't want your attention either.
At that
Yeah,
Only one
time.
of them
because
wants it more than the other.
listen,
You know.
there's a cat from my old job who had 2 wives. But the way he said it was, I got my wife and she's got her girlfriend. And I was like, I see how that works. Like, I get it. So it's more for her to curb him.
Mm.
I mean, there's those aspects of it
He's
too.
like,
You
because I'm
also,
not doing that shit. Go talk to her. Yeah,
I know a
okay,
guy.
I get it.
I know a guy.
Mm.
I know a guy. He came
I
to a
can
show once.
I can totally see it, but I mean, the dynamics is so complicated, and you have to be so open in your everything. You have to be a really complete open person to have a relationship like that. And we as
I mean,
people are not that way.
how many open women do you know like that
I know quite a few.
that are that open to that?
I need names, numbers, and addresses so I can verify
Didn't you
this.
just say you're a faithful husband?
Yeah, I am, but I want to verify this. And I ain't got. I'm just talking to him. We gonna fit. I'll take my wife with me. We gonna make sure that this what you saying is true. This ain't got shit to do with me.
There's women out there like that. There is. I mean, they're far and few. Don't get me wrong. You know,
Well,
but
according
I
to
mean,
TikTok, it's
they're
a
out
bunch
there.
of them.
Well,
Cap.
there's a bunch of them if you look at them as a whole. But I'm talking about in your
No,
area,
they
in your
capping.
circle, in your
Yeah.
They
thing.
capping. They capping. Just like all these women talking about they like big boys and dad bods. It's all cap.
Yeah, exactly.
It's all
You know,
cap.
Cap. Because as soon as you give too much attention to one, that jealousy kicks in tenfold. Like
Right.
Don't let one have a G wagon and one have a Prius. It's gonna be a problem.
you know. But like I said, the way you're looking at it right now is, being equal when not everybody wants to be equal. Maybe one wants a G Wagon, other one just wants a Toyota Yaris.
Okay.
I think that I honestly think wholeheartedly for the most part it'd have to be self-serving for them. I don't see a woman just saying, we both equally love you like this. It would have to literally for me. I can only see
I
it
can
being
understand how a
them.
woman, two women will equally love me. I can get that. I understand that. I just don't think it's
I
a
feel
common
like
thing.
equally loving you is thing, but then they would both be vying for.
Right. It'd be a competition.
Yeah, they'd be like, who do you love more between the two of us? Shit, and then turn into something else completely. Like
Right.
as opposed to like.
Again, I don't want that them kind of problems. I don't want that stress.
But that's why
I'm good.
in order for that to work, it would have to be something where the woman literally it have to be self-serving for them. I don't see a woman saying, you know what? Yeah, we both love you equally. Let's just make this work as a family. Like it.
I put that address in for you.
Evan, you're saying real quiet about this and looking back and observing.
Oh, that was sweet.
That was timing.
Sweet.
You see the timing in that?
That was so sweet. You see that?
You can't buy that kind of timing. Anyway, Kevin, you've been real quiet on the subject. What is your thoughts?
I think this nigga Kevin got 2 wives. He ain't saying shit.
No, I'm with y'all. That's too much, but it can't work. I think the way that it has to be that way though. Like that's her girlfriend.
Yeah, it has to be that. I can't see it being something where it's like, yeah, man, I convinced her to do this with me. Oh yeah, she equally love. I can't see a woman going.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
I mean,
I guess
you don't have to be just for her. I mean, there could be a benefit in it for her, but like I said, it takes a certain amount of person to do that we just don't really do in our society. It takes a very open person. It takes a very non-jealous person. All that circle for those people to click on that kind of thing. And we don't really have that. We, like you said, we have jealousy, which is a bitch.
I think if you're doing convincing of it too, sorry to cut you off, that you've already failed in that regard. Like if you had to convince her to do it, she didn't want to do it.
Right. If you convinced her or put the thought in her head, then yeah, you're already losing. It has to be a mutual thing right off the get go. But you can have a 3-way relationship and have a great relationship. You know, everybody has their roles and their places.
I think it have to, like I said, she has to have some sort of benefit in that shit too. Like,
Well, the benefit in it could be,
Yeah.
it could be something small, it could be something big. It could be just
I don't.
having
I
the
just don't.
presence of a
I just don't
man.
think
It could have
I
a
don't.
house. It could
I
be
don't think it will work. But a 3-income household sounds amazing.
right.
Let me tell you.
It's-
Let me tell you guys something. You're gonna need really good fire insurance when you go into this, because somebody's burning that bitch
not
down.
that
Yeah.
bad, bruh.
that's why
It's
I
not
said it has to
that.
be. It has to be a self-serving thing because at some point it could be just like someone said that it has to be somewhere she does. Maybe she don't want to deal with your ass all the time. So her have not having to deal with you all the time and get time to herself. She might be down for it just for that fact alone. But it's something she has to have a benefit in that motherfucker. It can't
Right.
just be, hey, I convinced her to do this for me. Look what I get. Like
And that's why I said if you take a dynamic of saying you had a woman, one of them was a very career orientated, like super career orientated, didn't have a time for a family, didn't have a time really for this, would like to hook up with your man or be with a man and have that relationship, but don't need it all the time. Then she can come in and do what she want to do and bounce out, or she can do what she needs to do. Meanwhile, you have another one that's a housewife or a home life who's a homebody, but like I said, it's the dynamics, it's the people, it's the openness. It's so many things that take it for the work that it just doesn't work very often at all. And like you said, jealousy is a bitch.
I just know the woman I've always come across said that they're too selfish to share dick. So
Right. And there you go. And I mean, at least you admit it. I mean, at least they admit it, at least they know it, and that's what it is. You know? But yeah, it could work.
alrighty, so moving on to the next topic. This comes from Hunter. He asked the question: do pregnant people expect people to cater to them in public?
Yes.
Did you say like cater to them? You said.
Yes.
And then why'd you say pregnant people, not women?
That's what it was actually. I just copied.
The reason why, me, I've always taken a more of a, I stay gender to genderless to a certain point. That's all. I know it's more likely going to be women who are pregnant, but I'd rather just say people just to be what it is.
But on his side, hear me out. There are people who identify as male now that have been pregnant.
Hey man, I think
they're out there.
I'm gonna go ahead and focus on the question.
Yeah, I'm just saying. It's possible. I get why he said, "Let me just keep it."
Yeah.
Right.
It's a respect thing. It's easy to be respectful.
Yeah,
I get it.
Right.
So
that's
all. Damn, man, why the fuck did you ask this question? It's like yes.
You think they want to be catered to?
Yes.
Yes. You've been to a restaurant? Yes. I'm pregnant. Excuse me.
Right.
It's not like waited on hand and foot. It's like the little things, like hold the door for them, give them the seat if they're waiting to be sat at the restaurant, they let them sit down.
Mm-hmm.
It's little things like that. I'm not saying they want you to go out the way and do everything for them, but they want little courtesies.
Well, the world should do that, but
you shouldn't have.
But why
give up a seat?
Why?
I don't owe you. I didn't get you pregnant. I don't owe you shit.
Right? Why
you wouldn't do that for an older lady?
Ma'am, I understand you're pregnant, but I just worked 14 hours and I feel like sitting the fuck down too. Sorry.
I can say wholeheartedly, I can see the opposite of that because I can say I've seen firsthand where a person didn't expect anyone to cater to them because they were pregnant. They didn't even use that as an account when they go out. They just kind of go, I'm out and about.
Well, yeah, not everything is absolute, but I think on the grander scale, it's a more of a yes to me.
And I've seen,
and like you said, the little things like that.
I've seen the husbands that go above and beyond, and she expects it now because her husband or significant other has made it a point to say, look, when you're out and about, so I respect them.
You shouldn't expect that string. You don't have to cover your eyes. What are you doing?
Yeah, like I said, it was just a question. You see it pop up as a topic every once in a while. How a man should give up his seed or a man should do this because he's pregnant. But like you said, your pregnancy isn't my life. You're not my wife.
I equate that to older people, elderly and stuff too.
You could say
I
that.
understand that, but I do think as a man, you should be able, if you're of well body, you should give a lady your seat.
Hell no.
The views of
Nope.
Hunter and Hunter or
Oh,
his
no,
alone.
no, no.
I don't want to receive any backlash of any woman out there that say, "What the hell? Who the hell is that Hunter guy?" And why? That was his views.
Why should I give up my seat just because you're a woman?
Why shouldn't you?
I didn't, but it's not just because they're a woman. You're saying it because they're a pregnant woman.
No, I'm saying
Maurice said anybody
because they're a woman,
right? Maurice took out the pregnancy,
and especially if she's an elderly woman or an elderly man.
Well, now, like I said, when you start throwing in all the little variables, things change. But I'm saying a plain out woman, who whatever is just a normal woman standing there, I'm not going to give my seat to. No.
Why?
Why should I? I don't know you.
Why shouldn't you? Why?
Because I don't know you.
Does it hurt
I
you to give the woman her
don't
seat?
know you.
You ain't got no manners.
No, I don't. Not when it comes to strangers and people I don't know. No, fuck them.
Let's get
That's what I came back to.
Let's go racing there.
Common courtesy. It's just
Nope.
common
Let's go racing there.
Race don't matter.
Race
I'm just asking. I'm just throwing, let's play devil's advocate. Let's go racing there. If it was a Karen, would you still be respectful and giving up your seat?
Then that depends. Was she a Karen? Was she?
Yeah,
before the seat?
Like I'm saying, like you saw her.
If she was been an asshole to me, or somebody else,
not you. You saw it and you were like, then she was like, "Are you gonna give your seat up to me?"
I'm gonna say
you give it up.
I'm gonna say Karma on the bus today with you. Karma with you.
But she's a woman.
Somebody's coming in.
Oh?
Yeah, but something okay.
Now,
and there's sometimes
you coming in yelling and acting like an asshole. Then it's like you're an asshole.
Sometimes lessons got to be taught.
So we're gonna throw an asterisk on this and say that there's stipulations that there has to be certain guidelines that follow up to. So
same thing with elderly. If an elderly man came in just being an asshole, let that old ass man stand right there. You can stand right there.
Well, okay. With an elderly person, I would give more leeway than with a person with a younger person.
Oh, would you? What if they came in and dropping M-bombs?
Then that ain't gonna stand up. I guess I'm gonna be the nigga sitting down.
Are you gonna be ludicrous that day?
I guess. I don't know.
Stand up.
Beat the old man up. Yeah, he can stand there.
I like you said, elderly, whatever the fuck they are. That's different.
Wow.
But I'm saying an able-bodied woman who just happened to be next to you. Yeah, no, it's not happening.
You just won't give her the seat because when you sit down,
man.
Because if you sitting down and she's standing up, you're at chest height. That's why you don't want.
I'm not giving up my seat because I don't know you.
Every time Hunter, anytime you fuck up and fumble on the word, all I think about is what Kevin said, and now I'm gonna think it sounds like this nigga's having a stroke on there. Anyway, keep going.
No, I mean, why are you giving up your seat to a stranger? Why open up the door for a stranger? Why not? Fuck them.
Because world peace starts with common courtesy.
Yeah, you said so. You wouldn't even open the door like I would.
Nah. That door thing is gone on my world, bro. I open up the door hold on. I open up the door for my wife, my kids, my friends. If you're a stranger, F you. I'll close the door. I will close the door.
Huh? You'll close the door.
I can fuck with that outlook. Because you're saying you fuck with your tribe and your tribe only.
Exactly.
The rest you can fuck off. I can respect that.
That's what it is. Now, my wife was standing in the seat. There's a seat. No, my kids are standing in the seat. No. Yeah, but a perfectly stranger? No, I ain't helping. Now, okay, fine then. You would give your seat up to a woman. Now, if that woman looked like a mud puppy, would you still do it?
Yes, I've
done it. I got to do it anything.
Yeah.
I hope strangers would stupid shit.
I would because any woman I'm interested in would need the seat.
I rock myself into it.
I rock with both sentiments. I grasp what Hunter's saying. He's saying he rocks with his tribe and his tribe only. He has every God-given right, and I respect it because he's sticking to his gun.
I was saying you don't have no right. Yeah, absolutely.
But I don't know. Put some bass in your voice.
I'm saying,
I don't think there's any right or wrong way of going about that because at the end of the day,
it's all choice.
Yeah,
it is our choice. I wouldn't condone anybody for saying if I was sitting in a seat, it was me and Marie sitting in a seat, and there was some woman standing there. I was just looking at Maurice like, you gonna give up your seat? Because I sure the hell ain't. And if he
I wouldn't
did,
do it.
I'd just be like, you're a fool, but I wouldn't condone him for it.
Depending on how good, if she look good, I'm not gonna let you sit next to her. Now
And
she
this
suffered. She suffered
full
because I'm being petty.
circle,
That right there, that bullshit right there.
this
See,
full
that right
circle
there lets me know
is
you be
why
bullshitting about.
luck comes into play at work.
I'm gonna be petty. You're not gonna sit next to her. I can't. Shit. Get up, man.
Oh, so now you're not going to help her.
I'm being petty.
This
I'm
is why
I'm
we
helping
pray
her.
that
Hey,
she's
this
on
is
I'm
promotion.
helping her.
Like, she's a full able-bodied woman. She could still.
I'm helping
As we
her
play this back,
by not exposing her to your bullshit.
episode
That's how I'm helping her.
67. Everyone
Oh,
listening and listens as I'm saying, as they're talking. This is where the nigga be gone spray comes in. So as you sit there and listen, just understand there's a reason why I keep quarantine and these niggas is bringing bad juju my way. You hear this back and forth? This nigga called him Boo Boo the fool for giving up his seat, and there was a response. It was like, "If she bad, I ain't gonna let you stay." Like, you. There's just like, wait a minute, nigga. Like, where'd the moral go? Hey, you guys are on a good run, and then all of a sudden you took it somewhere else. Anyway, keep it going.
Nine times out of 10, I'd give the lady my seat.
Okay. All right, let's keep it going. Anywho, as we continue on.
Hold on, real quick. Let me say this though. I am also a type where if I hold the door for you, you don't say thank you. I yell out, "You're welcome," to make a real light.
and I was that person, and I realized, fuck you, I'm not even gonna waste my breath on you. Now I just close the door behind my family. You open up your own door.
Moving on to segue, perfect segue, comes from Mo Lethal. It's a video he sent in to the group. It says, and the guy stated, it's disrespect that drives things like school shootings, committing crimes, etc. In this instance, do you guys concur, agree that the disrespect has changed even your views, Hunter? Like you just said, you felt like people were being this way, so you turned into a fuck them. It's all about my tribe. Do you concur and add that to the statement made? Do you believe that disrespect drives the shit that happens in this society or this culture or this in this country, etc.? Like from the school shooting, do you feel like those people were disrespected and eventually become the school shooters or become the people who commit crimes, or to become the people that commit crimes in this country? Do you guys concur or agree with that? Or do you feel like that's a cop-out?
I understand the disrespectfulness to it a little bit, but I could say all the way because of the fact that welcome to the human race. We're all disrespectful in a way. If you don't learn how to navigate through the disrespectfulness of people in this world, you're never going to make it in this world. You know? So I don't know if it's something that also they can't handle and deal with or what. But I get the disrespectfulness, but I don't see it going to that extreme unless something else is going on too, though. You know, we've all been disrespected. Every one of us on this podcast has been disrespected by somebody, by some people, by some organization, by anything. But yet we've never took that steps, though. So
the point of what he was trying to say is that the disrespect is what leads people to be jaded and have a whole fuck the world mentality.
Yeah, but a fuck the world attitude don't mean fuck the world going to a school and shoot it, though. It's the school shooting that throws it off for me.
Okay, but he's not saying that's everyone's mentality. He's just saying that person probably was bullied to the point to where he no longer cared. That's what he's saying.
Right, but I get
some
that.
People get, but that's not always the case with school shootings because as we get
that's the thing about it. Right.
But he's saying, but that being disrespected leads people down paths, and people being consistently disrespected leads them down paths to the darker paths. That's pretty much what he's saying.
Yeah. I mean, you can happen, but I mean that's also that's a home bringing issue too.
I agree.
That's a home bringing issue.
I think that's
like how you were raised.
Yeah.
I mean, you can be raised perfectly. The kids are assholes.
Right.
That don't change how you're treated outside.
If you have not taught your kids to understand the disrespectfulness that is out there in the world, and they don't know how to address it and how to handle it, that is from you, not teaching them.
I thought my kid, you punch the motherfuckers in the mouth.
That's not being disrespected. You can be disrespected in 100 other ways. What I'm saying, you gotta learn how to. You got to be. Somebody has to teach you to learn how to deal with being disrespected, because it's going to happen to you more than once in your life.
Yeah, I everything different. Every situation is different. But I can say that there are a percentage of people that get coddled, and then when they can't deal with the things that they're used to at home or with their upbringing, and when things are presented to them in a certain way, they can't deal because they're used to this, and then when they go outside in the real world, they go, "Oh my God, what the fuck?" Like, so when they get disrespected, sometimes I can see how that can go shift to an extreme. I can't handle. Then they start resorting to, "I'm going to shoot this," So I can get what he's saying. Where as far as he's saying, upbringing can also play a part in how people are unable to adjust or cope with disrespect.
Right. Yeah. And at the end of the day, we've always had crazy people, and we will always have crazy people.
Kanye West.
I think it's a cop out. The more I think about it, it's a cop out. Because disrespect is a contributing factor, yes. But if you use disrespect as your whole basis to doing shit, then it's like, fool, you didn't even try to like find any restraint or nothing or anything to try to.
But they're saying it's the consistent disrespect. It's not
It's
saying that
a
it's the
contributing
cause.
factor. Is that what he's saying? He's saying disrespect is a part of
It's a
but
part
it's
of
a part of it.
It starts
It's a
with
part of it. I don't even know if it starts with that. Like you got something going. Like it's not. This is gonna make me sound weird, but it's not easy to like. I don't think it's easy to shoot someone. I don't think it's easy to just kill people. You get what I mean? So I think there's a whole lot of shit going on into that where you whenever well, I was bullied, it's like, well, I'm not gonna let that be part of it, man. It sucks, people suck, but I can't give you a fucking pass for that. I can't. Like you said punch them in the mouth. That's way better than killing a whole bunch of motherfuckers. Like it's like,
but
it's a cop out to me.
but we're talking about the extreme. It wasn't just about you lead down the path where you kill people. It also you lead down the path to where like you become a player and you run games on women, or you cheat in life. You just get to a point in life where you're nonchalant.
You give it to the world.
You don't care about the outcome of anything, and only thing you care about is yourself and your feelings. That's pretty much what it said.
I mean, I can understand that, but I feel like it's still giving in. Like I feel like it's harder to.
That's what marriage is, Kevin.
It's harder to like walk in a certain way than to just react to certain things.
I think you can have an iron will, but if someone is consistently hounding you, eventually you're gonna falter a little bit.
A little bit, but
because
you don't have to go all the way.
They're gonna chip at that resolve.
Right.
It may take longer. Right. It may take longer than the average person, but eventually you're gonna get there. And then I mean, you may not do nothing once the resolve is broken. You may regain it, but I mean, there's ways for people to break through your wall. I think we all naturally have a wall put up. But once that wall gets broken, to take Stutter's word, he sees red, and then it's we'll deal with the aftermath after I come to type deal. I think that's a natural thing for people.
Read the question again. Can I hear that? I'm sorry. Because I'm like,
it was basically saying that disrespect drives people to do things. It drives people to things.
Yeah. Like school shootings and committing crimes, etc.
Yeah,
right. I mean, disrespectful leads to a lot of
things. That's tough because like crime.
Hold on.
Nigga, I ain't still goddamn candy bar for that.
Right.
But yeah.
I mean, but if you want to talk about disrespect and like that aspect of what I can totally get behind and see what you're saying. If you take gang members for a perfect example, just because you disrespected some kind of thing, now they out for blood. They're out to kill you over something. So yeah, disrespect can lead to very bad things. It can.
Yes. Yeah. It's just so one of y'all said it. You're probably gonna be disrespected a lot more than you fucking want to be in life.
And that's why I said
but they respect me enough to disrespect me behind my back.
Maybe. There might be motherfuckers who
No,
you
nigga, I'm
might not
telling
feel
you.
disrespected you, but
I'm
they were
telling you.
disrespecting you.
I'm telling you, nigga.
All right. Whatever, man. That's not how the world works. There's niggas who are just straight. Oh, you just
On
motherfucking.
Swan.
What's his name?
I've been disrespected since 4 years old and continuously till I was 37, and I ain't kill nobody yet.
Don't look like that.
Now, to add on to that, you say kill anybody. Have you beat somebody senseless? Ran somebody over?
Okay, next topic. This nigga's trying to go to jail. Next topic.
You can't go to jail when statutes of limitations are worn out.
Hey, man. You right. Next topic.
Hi, man, I don't know why you guys so scared. There's statute of limitations in this world.
Anywho, moving on, this question comes from me. I said, what setbacks in your life were you able to fight through and overcome, and even surprise yourself with the showing yourself your perseverance? Can you recall, men, there are times that you've actually had setbacks and then even surprising yourself that you were able to overcome and show your own perseverance? Like you shocked yourself, like, damn, I got through that shit and I'm still here.
Yes, virginity.
This is a serious question.
Yeah, how does that even equate?
Because I was stuck in it, then I got through it, and I thrived.
Anyway,
First
go
off,
ahead, Hunter.
hold on. First off, you didn't thrive.
And my definition of thrive, yes, I'm not a whore like you, sir.
This is a serious question. I really want to know.
Okay. I'm gonna have to wait because I the way I look at that and the way I feel about it, that's pretty much every day in life. That's pretty much every day in life. Perfect example. What did I go through just last week?
Some bullshit.
I get that. When I'm talking about what I'm trying to refer to is the big milestones
Big
where
shit.
you felt like, fuck, like when you saw it happening, you were like, there's no, like, you didn't see yourself getting through that, but then you got through it. And then you even surprised yourself with the ability or maybe the tools you gained through life that made you be able to get through that situation and be like, damn, I came through out on the other side. And I surprised my fucking self that you felt so good. You were like, nigga, I got you.
I got you, but you don't want me to say those things on this podcast.
If you want me to give you an honest answer, it's when I watch the 3 pillars of my childhood die. And I went into a 6.5-year depression before I came through and got to where I am today. That is the biggest thing, the biggest event in my life that it really affects me to this day. That is the roughest part of my life. The losing of my aunt and my grandparents. That was the biggest thing, because it wasn't like this one happened and 5 years later this one happened. No, it was like back to back to back every year and a half. Boom, like boom. I like you're not even over this one, and then this one's happened. And then I went to I went into deep depression. Almost lost everything I cared about. Like I said before, I almost lost my wife. I already felt like I lost my family, and I almost lost my wife. So it's like that was the biggest thing that I've championed in my life. To give you an honest answer.
When you got through that, did you like pat yourself on the back? Like, are you proud of yourself?
I was proud of myself that I went through it, but I was harder on myself for taking so long to get through it.
But the fact that you can acknowledge that you can be proud of yourself, because that's a big thing. Like you getting through that, that's for you to be able to acknowledge to yourself that you got through it. That's a big thing, bro.
Right, and the sense of time is just not is irrelevant.
I don't think I've ever acknowledged myself for getting through it. I just feel like honestly, when I look back on that, I'm hard on myself for all the years of my life I wasted for not dealing.
Don't be, bro.
No,
be able
those
to
were
just
necessary years.
Yeah, be able to.
I'm just telling you how I feel.
I get what you're saying, but I'm saying right now in this moment, just be able to be proud of yourself, bro, because that's a big thing. To be able to acknowledge it and to go know that you came through on the other side, that's a big thing. Mm-hmm. I applaud you. So like,
thank you.
Yeah, I get that. Like I said, when you're talking about life things and big things like that, I think my mindset has always kept me away from looking at it that way. Because you've heard me say, always keep pushing forward. No matter what happens, keep pushing forward. And I think since I've always had that mindset, I never really had to look back on something. Like I know the shit is there. It's in my face. But I know if I just keep pushing forward, I'm going to get through this. And I can't ever think of looking back on something. Like Marie said, I lost my mom passed away when she was 55 years old and I was only 30, you know. But I have to understand that that's the way life is. That was her choice. And this is what my life is. And I just know I have to keep pushing forward because I can't sit back and dwell on something that was there before. I just have to keep pushing through it.
Yeah. That's why I always say you gotta just take the first step, because that's what I learned throughout that whole thing. Is that because when I was in that 6.5 years, I had every reason not to do anything. Right. I could give you an excuse in a heartbeat, and I would never look for what could be. Everything was instantly the worst possible. I'm not gonna do this because this is what's gonna happen, and it's always the worst possible outcome. That's the one I would always home in on. And I had to push through that shit and say, you know what, just got to start. And then eventually I started, and then things got better and better and better. And then one day I hit the ground running.
What's up? I applaud you, Hunter.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, it's life, bro. You know me. You guys know me. I'm a realist to the T about when it comes to this world and how it runs. This world is so fucked up, crooked, twisted, jaded that all you can do is watch your own, take care of your own, and just keep moving on your own.
What was that expression, Kevin?
I've seen that. I've said that, been like that, but I choose to try to find the beauty because it is out there.
This nigga on the shrooms again.
No, I'm just saying I've been in that fucking fuck all this shit is all fucked up because people do suck, but there's a lot of really good people out there. So there's
a lot of good people out there.
So that's where that smirk came from, because it's like that's such a common thing for all of us. And even I say shit like that, but I'm like, I genuinely don't feel that. We just get fed all the bad shit. And like,
what about you?
That's why I had that smirk. Sorry.
What's your
I don't know, man. Fuck. I don't know anything specific. I feel like getting the fuck out of Arizona when I was sleeping on couches and stupid ass shit like that. Sleep in my car and this, that, and the third. Some people like looked out for me, but that's not. You don't feel like a fucking man like that. And like just making that decision to just join the Navy. Like as much as I've been like with the military and shit like that, like the way I've always been with it. Fuck it. I knew I had to do something. I know that's not how people think you join the military, like all patriot shit, but 90% of those motherfuckers are going in there because they got to do something. That's what it is. But taking that step to not be like there, you know what I mean? Because that has opened up a lot of shit for me post-military. So like looking at where I'm at now with this house and all that shit, it's like, damn. I sometimes look at it like I look at the house when we first got it, I'm like, I don't deserve none of this shit. But fuck it. Somehow pulled this shit off and we're still rolling. So it's like, and just to continue to elevate throughout fucking life. It's like,
I mean, trying to think of one big pivotal point to where it is kind of hard. You can think of little things that you did, but that big pivotal point of where you really were in the shit and it took you a while to get out, people have them. But, and a lot of people push them down. Like me right now, you talked about it. I started tearing up when I started talking about my mom because I have not truly learned how to deal with the fact that I lost my mom at 30 and I'm now 47 and I had to basically live my whole adult life without my mom. But at the end of the day, it is what it is. There's no dwelling on it. There's no thinking about it. It's just going on,
I guess that's probably part of why I try to look at that shit.
I'm gonna tell you the same thing I told Andy. It don't never get better. You just learn.
Oh no, it don't get better, bro. It don't get better.
You just
just like right now, just bringing up my mom, I tear up. It's just because it's fucked up. You never saw your grandson grow up. You never saw your great grandkids. You everything because you made a choice in your life. But that's my thing I have to deal with. I can't say if I will ever get over it. I don't know if I ever look back on it. So it is what it is, But I can tell you a whole lot of fucked up stories about when I had to like go through some shit to get away from some shit and look back on some shit and be like, hell yeah. but those are usually all about criminal aspects.
Kevin, every 37 days, this nigga does something that we realize he is human. And this is one of those days. So 37 days from now, he'll do something else.
He's gonna do something else human.
Applaud you, Kevin. I asked that question because, like, this past year for me has been like one of the hardest ones, just because of everything I lost, and so like I was sitting there yesterday, and at fucking 2 a.m, just like I woke up randomly, and there was a lot of thoughts in my mind, but like from losing my dad to health situations and all the personal shit, I was able to look at like how I was still able to come up with making sure the household was still okay, or making sure everybody else was okay, and not allow like the shit that was running through my mind to try to darken people's days, or though every time I was waking up, all I kept thinking about was what the fuck, what's the point, what the fuck, what's the point, but still pushing through, and then realizing that at some point, I got through it, I survived it, and the boot, like, just finding like the positives in all of it, and just being able to say now in February that I have a son on the way, and like to be able to say that's the thing that I'm looking forward to after all that shit that happened, and losing my dad, losing my having my mom go through a horrific car accident, and seeing her bounce back, and like I said, the health issues again and the other personal shit, but to know that I have another son on the way, and that's the thing that I'm pushing towards and trying to be positive about, and saying this is like the recycling of a year that kind of showed me what I was capable of, and knowing that my dad speaks through that situation, for the fact that how he raised me made me strong and built for this shit. And like at the end of the day, I take that strength and knowing that how I was raised made me strong enough to get through the hardest fucking year of my life. So I asked that question. Like I said, I applaud you guys. I thank you guys for rocking with me. I know I'm sometimes not the easiest person to get along with. I know I annoy the fuck out of people with my positivity, but at the end of the fucking day, I am who I am because how I was raised. I'm a strong motherfucker, and I applaud myself for getting through some of the hardest shit that I ever had to deal with, and even not tell many people about. But at the end of the day, my son, Alaric Jesse Michael Robinson, will be born in February, and I can't wait to meet him. So with that being said, this has been episode 67 of the fucking Heavyweight Podcast. Before I go, I want to say Adrian Aguirre, also known as Dub LA, he's the only person responded to this fucking comment on Facebook. He has a EP out called The Psycho Killer. I'll send this link so it can be provided to the link in YouTube, but check him out. It's on Spotify. Adrian Aguirre, also known as Dub LA. He was the guy at the show in Fullerton that was rocking with the acoustic guitar, singing Drake and shit like that. Shout out to you, brother. Till next time, catch us on iHeart, Amazon, YouTube, etc. Peace be with you, everybody. I'm out. We out.
We out. Peace.
One love.
If you can hear the sound of my voice, you're a real one for sticking to the end. Just want to thank you again for listening, and stay tuned for the next episode. 40 out.